There's definitely a big open spot somewhere in the middle of this lake. We don't know where it is yet until I venture out a little bit.
On Husavik Bay, south of Gimli, Mike Lenton and his partner Justin Gerbrandt plan to set test nets today, but a wall of shale ice is blocking their path.
I'm definitely not going very far though, because I want to start off day one with a skid steer sitting in the water.
They've operated Husavik Fish for the past 10 years, and their tradition is to start on the ice closest to home.
On the shore of Husavik, we're going to try home base again.
They always try to be the first ones out.
Maybe this ice kept our competition, Trevor Christensen, off here, so maybe we'll be the first ones this year.
They're unaware that Trevor has already been on and through the ice.
Trevor doesn't have a skid steer, so we got one up on him there.
Yeah, he'll probably be following our right out here as soon as we're done today.
The second we go take the skid steer home and get a snowmobile, he'll probably run out here and set a net, but we'll put a road closed sign or something.
Yeah,
maybe.
Private property.
Yeah.
I guess we'll open the doors for Lake Winnipeg.
Yeah.
If there's a pecking order amongst local commercial fishermen, Justin and Mike are still considered the new guys. Neither one grew up in a fishing family, and they have built their business from scratch.
I'd say we're going into winter this year with more quota left than we've ever had.
I'd say we probably have 70% of our quota left because we couldn't fill much of it in the fall.
It seems like it's a long season, but the days go by fast, and then all of a sudden you're scrambling. And last year we scrambled to the very last day, and I'm sick of doing that every year.
You got it.
I think we're somewhat in business.
Husavik Fish says the lake's open.
They intend to fish close to home, but if the catch isn't there, we'll immediately move north to Hecla once there's enough ice to do so.
This year is going to be different in that respect, that we're not pissing around, staking it out here, hoping that it's going to be some magical rush of fish. It's either good here right now or it's northbound, Hecla, and try it there. Hopefully that's not a bust as well. Then I wait for direction from my boss, Mike.
Whatever. Thank God it's warm out and we can spend the whole day untangling 300 feet of rope.
This running line could be used in a rescue situation.
So if I was to go through and I'm drowning, this is what you're untangling to save me?
I tell you. Yeah. Hold on, I'm untying the rope.
It could become a lifesaver if Justin or Mike fall through the ice.
The rope that would have saved my life. The rope that would have saved my life.
Well, good thing it's only 350 feet long. Maybe next time I'll untangle that rope and make sure it's ready to go in case Mike falls in, especially when we're on 1 inch of ice.
It's not even funny anymore.
I think I have to move faster than that if I need to rescue him. But nothing happened today, so we'll move on.
And like that, magic, all done.
2 seconds.
With the lake still being open in the middle, there's a ton of current until that lake freezes over. It's hard to tell with the sun if it's open water, if it's new ice. Oh, we don't know yet.
That tree came down right across our trail. If it had been here a week earlier, I guess we would have had the tree right across the machines.
See, some of those trees have to come down.
A few days later, on the shores north of Gimli, Chris Christensen, his father Robert, son Devin, and nephew Joel Goodman encounter their first obstacle to the new fishing season.
We park our sleds right here. Eventually it's going to fall and could break the snowmobile, and they're just completely in the way.
There you go!
The Christensen family immigrated from Iceland over 130 years ago. The name is now synonymous with commercial fishing on Lake Winnipeg.
We put a tester in the other day just to see what's there. We're gonna see what the ice is like. Just tread carefully, maybe walk out a little bit. I'll have Dad with me, so it's always good to have a second set of eyes on the boys. And I'm hoping that we'll get a little bit of pickerel out of it, and maybe I'll put a few more nets in.
We better go and check and make sure we didn't lose ice. This is a very, very dangerous time of the year to be on the ice. As you can see out from Gimli is all open water.
At this stage, Chris and crew aren't exactly a well-oiled machine.
I got no key. You need a screwdriver to start the snowmobile. And what's so funny?
You forgot the key?
Nobody can steal it if they don't have the right size screwdriver.
You forgot the key?
No. Yeah, but I didn't forget the screwdriver.
Jesus.
It's a special key. Here, you know which end to use? It's still a little earlier than I'd like it to be because there's still some things that we have to take care of before we start fishing.
We didn't bring any tubs?
Who said we didn't need tubs?
Well, aren't we catching fish? Oh, there's another tub, running line, jigger.
Oh.
Want that stuff? Or?
Yeah. What if there's fish? Okay, so we'll meet you guys down there, and then we'll go have a look. Here we go again.
Weather has become unpredictable this season. Warmer than usual, but still cold enough to make ice. Knowing when to venture out onto the lake can be a life or death decision.
Depending where you are on Lake Winnipeg, the small basin or the large basin, it's all different for everybody on Big Windy when it comes to winter. The long season is the one where you got to be the most careful, and you go from waves to skis. Forget everything you knew about the water and now just think about everything you know about the ice.
Is there any ice there?
Here's where we look.
The test net they'll lift today is critical. It will indicate quantity, quality and species of fish in this location.
The biggest reason we wanted to come here and get here is so nobody else would come. When we put the peg in, we stake our claim and we pee on it like a dog just to mark our territory.
And it begins. Do you see a crack anywhere? You don't. That's got left to come because the snow stopped it from moving. They used to say, the old Icelanders, you have to get snow on the ice so it's safe. It holds it from opening. You're going to be on the ice here through the winter. Look around.
Chris's father, Robert, has been a commercial fisherman for decades. He's a living link to Icelandic history and industry here on Lake Winnipeg.
There's nothing glamorous about it. It's just a lot of hard work. I am fortunate to be able to have the little bit of health I got to keep doing it. Hold her up, boy. You say a prayer first, and I'm going to do it as long as I can. To him that have shall be given, to him that have not shall be taken away. Because I found out there's nothing else I can do. Amen.
I like having Robert out here, even though it's not necessarily directly my family. It is interesting to hear the past generations of fishermen that have been out here. You learn a lot from the past generations of what not to do.
Where do you want it? Over here?
Who says we'll get any?
Oh, you gotta think positive.
This is my job, and this is what the whole family has done, has been based on for 130 years.
Hopefully we get 80 boxes of fish.
You never know how everything's going to work until you're actually doing it.
Let's get a drum roll here.
Plan is to put in 7, 8 nets or something like that.
Just outside of Gimli on Moonlight Bay.
It could take another 4 to 10 days for it to freeze in the spot we want to get further out.
Richard Bjarnason has big plans this season.
What the hell is taking that boy? Jeez.
He's acquired more quota, adding to the amount of fish he's licensed to catch this winter. He's impatiently waiting for his son Mike to arrive so they can start setting nets.
Does it sound like somebody's coming? Oh, Jesus, boy wonder. Oh, he's got somebody with him. Oh, he's got Sheldon with him.
Mike arrives with new crew member and family friend Sheldon Vermette.
I've known him since I got here about 19 years ago.
Okay.
I used to fish right beside him in the open water. Our boats are beside each other to say hi every morning. Nice to have an extra hand too, especially when there's lots of fish and everything speeds up.
With more quota, the pressure is on for Richard and Mike to have a better season than last winter.
We got more to catch this year, so we want to try to slap in as many nets as possible, try to get in 50, 60. Last year we set 30, and then we just started lifting, and we should have set more. First lift was good, then the second lift had dropped by half, then the next lift had dropped by half of that. They're on the move. Jesus. If we would have set another 20 or 30 more, we could have popped it off a lot earlier.
If we could hit the fish right away and slap the nets in and be okay.
There was a crack a little bit ahead of us, so we didn't want to go any further, but we'll be checking that out today and see if maybe that crack might be dead. He's narrow. This is new ice.
This is new?
Oh, yeah. Watch it, Mike. Watch it. Well, let's see here.
Like most of the South Basin, the ice here in Moonlight Bay is very inconsistent. It can be strong enough to hold man and machine,
I'll take a little walk here.
or as thin as a sheet of paper.
Holy, that looks scary.
It's moved a lot of the ice from the south. It crunched up to here because this was all open a couple of days ago. Come here and see. That's open.
Just scary when you hear that pop. It's popping constantly on it out there because it's moving. That's as far as I wanted to go. Far enough to check, but no, you don't want to be out there.
Now I'm good.
I'm a bit of a chicken around thin ice here. I fell through a couple times, so I'm pretty cautious.
I'll stay here.
My legs are already shaking.
Cool.
I went down 7, 8 years ago. It was new ice and went right down. Took the skidoo and the sleigh down. I tried to get back up, and then the ice ahead of me broke down again. Didn't really feel cold. It was all just adrenaline. And once I got back to the bomber, I was pretty well frozen.
He's still a bit leery. If he hears a crack with a big boom, he jumps, and that's just the ice pushing together. That affected him a bit, yeah.
I'm a chicken.
Like out there, if you go through, you're Christ.
Basically now I've decided to come up with a new brand name and a new logo.
This will be Trevor's second winter season fishing under his own banner.
It feels like it's the right time as I'm starting to grow and expand. I want to be able to create something that I'm really proud of and something that's separate from the rest of the fishers in town and the rest of my family. I've had the name in mind for a little while now, New Iceland Fisheries, something I've always kind of wanted to do, but I haven't really had the courage. You know, it's always been safer to be under the guise of Christensen Fish, but I just feel like now is the time to move forward. New Iceland Fisheries. That looks really good. Everything is just pointing towards growing the business more. And to me, that makes the most sense, is just creating a new brand name that I'm excited about. I don't know, this is really good. I'm really impressed. I'll meet with Will and Kevin today and we'll go from there and see how things turn out.
Swing. So there's your gorgeous new website, Trevor. You can actually select from all the different fish.
Oh man, I love it. I'm more than happy with this logo. Will kind of help me mark my territory a little bit. The website is so nice and clean and simple. The fact that I can track deliveries and help effectively make deliveries on time and in order, that to me is just amazing. That's probably my favorite thing about the website. Sweet, that looks so good. I'm so happy that they're showing me this right now because it's exactly what I've envisioned. Probably my next step once the website is up and running is to purchase a delivery van and to have the logo adhered on the side.
It's a big investment to establish his own brand, and Trevor is all in.
I've been spending an awful lot of money on it. I'm really hoping it just feels like everything is just an ongoing expense. Thank you very much.
Let's get a drum roll here.
Back in Hekla, Chris and crew are lifting their first test net of the season.
Look at that.
See? I told you there'd be fish.
What am I gonna do?
You don't have enough tubs. You gotta set more nets tomorrow.
We're not gonna have enough tubs. We're not gonna have enough tubs for this.
No, just.
You wanna?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
I told you we'd have fish.
9.
28.
You'll have to come with a crew tomorrow.
So there's 280 fish,
You want?
roughly.
There's no sense. We got no place to put it.
So we got a real good bad dilemma.
In just 2 days, Chris's test net holds a shocking amount of whitefish.
I figured the whitefish is this far south.
Chris must notify clients that he has whitefish ready to go before he can lift these nets.
The problem is we're not ready for this.
We're not ready for this.
It's a different way to fish, ensuring the demand is in place before securing the supply.
It's such a funny thing me and Joel always joke about. As soon as we don't bring any tubs with us, there's always fish. It's like the oddest, funniest thing.
Nobody's ready for this yet.
I didn't expect this at all.
We know what to do here on the lake, but we have to work backwards to try to figure out where this is going to go from here. There's people on the other end of this trying to figure out what's going to happen with our product.
I got to think about this.
Somebody's going to have to do something with this fish. It's not potatoes. It doesn't just go sit in a silo. We got to figure out how to handle it the right way so that it's the best for all of us.
The fish will keep safely overnight, and the crew will return tomorrow for a safe harvest.
I'm going to take a different path this winter. I want to know more about the other end of the fishery. Last winter, we proved that with the lifting caboose and enough people, we can do volume fishing. I can make the wheels of the fish move while the boys get the skis and tracks on the lake. Hopefully, I can have 3 operations moving at one time. It's going to be a challenge greater than last winter, I believe. I've got a lot of people lined up, and the boys are eager, and I've got the equipment in the shed, hopefully a crew in there too. That fish is going to move more on land than it ever did under the water. And if I can pull that off while my pops is still around, he can see what I'm trying to do for his legacy and what I can do for the boys down the line, then just when I do that, auger a hole and drop me in and I'll be done. These are baby steps and where we got to do to get this whole show rolling again. I mean, Operation Clowns on Skis. Clowns on Skis!
We'll set here, make a bigger hole for the jigger.
It's a big day for Gene and Candace, their first time fishing since both underwent off-season surgery.
There's 9 feet here, so...
Just enough.
The ice is so thin that Gene doesn't even use his auger.
I like using the chisel or needle bar. You use a chisel until you really sweat, and then you start using the auger.
Using a chisel is a test for Gene's recuperating hand.
Gene's hand healed up really nice. It's just building that flexibility, getting the strength back. He notices that his hand fatigues easily. Gene's a right now kind of guy, and he wants things done now, and he wants his hand to work 100% right now, so he needs patience.
Heard there's a bit of fish around right now, so we figured we might as well come out.
Got some pretty rough ice and some new ice starting to form.
We need cold weather, get out further. That's what it comes down to.
It looks good farther out right now. If we could just set like that, it would be perfect. We'd have a winter we dream about for setting. Oh, you can hear it. It's kind of neat. Usually if the ice is so thick, you can't hear it from here. So calm today, I can hear it, can he?
With Candace running the jigger and handling the jigger line and stuff, she makes it easy for me to hear.
As for myself, I'm healed up, I'm good. I'm glad that I got that hernia repair done. But I feel it at the end of the day. It's not an injured pain, but it's getting that strength back also.
Pull it back. Pull it back, we'll send it out again.
Okay.
Their goal today is to set just 2 nets, easing into what will be a long and difficult season.
It went way too crooked. Don't like it. Fish don't care how a net's set, but I do.
I'll maybe check back in 3 or 4 days, get a feel to see what's out here. Try to get as much as we can because this winter is going to be a big one for us. We've never had this much limit.